the circle, ye unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Was it that warming wisp of wood smoke that caught my eye? Was it that sophisticated flute entwined with the hillbilly music that caught my ear? The Harkin store snags all your senses, starting with your sense of history. No, we're not in Appalachia someplace. We're on what we who grew up here know as the River Bottom Road along the Minnesota River.
There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
The path of history, the riverboat interstate of Western settlement, the mother road for our ancestors who didn't think Minneapolis on the Mississippi was west enough. The Harkin store is right square between Fort Ridgely and New Ulm, two epicenters of what we, who grew up here, still call the Great Sioux Uprising. The Harkin store escaped all that. It wasn't built until the fight over the Trail of Broken Treaties had moved west, where the issue was about gold, not farmland.
I've been true and eyes of blue, no one knows my if you has anybody.
No, the railroad killed the Harkin store by laying its rails in nearby New Ulm instead of West Newton. Then a town of 40 people, including 2 blacksmiths, a hotel, a brewery, a couple of bars, the Harkin store, all the essentials of life in a river town.
Has anybody seen my gal?
Then the grasshoppers wrecked the crops, and in 1901, the RFD wrecked the small post office. Alexander Harkin locked the door with most of the stock still on the shelves.
Everybody singing.
Everybody singing now. I've been true and eyes of blue. Oh, what was I when you has anybody seen my gal? Turn up those, turn down those, never let no other home has anybody seen.
From time to time, family members ran the store as a museum, living in the house next door, until the state of Minnesota picked it up. Today, the docents in prairie garb claim it's 40% of the real deal.
And I lie in my bed in the morning without you.
Like this music on the last Sunday of the season, music with Lonesome Ron. Why are so many country singers lonesome? Oh well, maybe I can sort that one out next spring. 140 years after the Harkin store opened, 110 years after it closed. And how many millennia since the Minnesota River started flowing beneath its doors?
You know that was the last time I He left quite sudden and he think he ran away.
Yep, maybe next year.
And the black folks say, oh, it must be now the kingdom coming in the year of Jubilee.
In the meantime, who isn't a sap for a wood stove, a checkerboard, and colors on a cold autumn Sunday afternoon? In the footsteps of history on the banks of the Minnesota River.
I'm Lonesome Ron and started doing this about, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, I can't remember.
Okay. I'm Nancy Jensen and I showed up with this guy over here. We've been hanging around together for about 51 years. So
Doug Racer from New Ulm.
And I'm Dave, I'm his twin brother.
Well, I'm Alan, and I've been hanging around with her for about the same amount of time.
I'm David Winter, and I'm from the Twin Cities.